Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over a story titled, My Girlfriend is Devastated Because I Don't Want to Be Just Friends. And guys, this story is all about a guy. He is 30 years old. His now ex-girlfriend is 30 as well. Dated for a year. Out of nowhere, she broke up with him. And as you can imagine, the guy was hurting pretty bad because he was all deeply in love with her. But now, she's having a complete freaking meltdown because the guy is smart enough to say, hey, I'm not interested in being just friends. However, she wants to keep him the friend zone that she can have him whenever she wants to. And I thought this would be a really good one, guys, to go over here because this is a mistake that so many guys make, especially young guys that don't know any better. And I'm going to admit that I'm guilty of this too. I did this when I was younger in high school with the first real girlfriend I had who broke up with me and friend zoned me. And it leads to nowhere. And I'm going to go through this, guys, because I'm going to explain, after I go through this little story here, I'm going to explain all the reasons why a guy should not do this, why women do this and put the guy in the friend zone, the whole selfish reasons behind all that. Because this guy, he's puzzled. He doesn't get why she broke up with him but still wants to keep him around. He doesn't understand. And it's obvious to me, obvious to you guys, many of you guys, but he doesn't quite get it because he's still young and inexperienced. And how a guy should handle this whole situation is very important for guys to understand this and what goes wrong if you play along their game about the whole staying their friend and all that. So it starts off, he says here, I, a 30-year-old male, have been dating an amazing girl, a 30-year-old female, for almost a year now. We had the best time together and we expressed our deep love to each other early in the relationship. Well, clearly it wasn't as amazing and great as you thought it was. And clearly she isn't as amazing as you think. And by the way, he said, expressed our deep love early in the relationship. Translation, they probably both rushed into things. She probably love-bombed him because she was hoping that this guy's the one, I'm guessing. And then probably realized one day, well, maybe not. Recently, she started to be less engaged and attracted to me. We talked a lot and she finally says she wants to end the romance and be just friends. My response was negative. I'm still deeply in love with her and can't handle just being friends. I'd rather end the relationship and stop all contact, so we agreed to that. Very good, bro. That is the way you handle things, guys, because you can't just go from being in love with a chick and being in a romantic relationship to being just buddies and hanging out and having her talk about other dudes and all that and talking about the fucking weather and about the freaking sports and all that stuff. No. You cannot just be her buddy. You have to move on. Because how the hell are you going to get over her if you're seeing her all the time? And I'll get more to that in a second. It says here, since then, she keeps calling me crying and begging to be friends. I told her I love you so much and would love to pick up a relationship again whenever you're ready. Smack. Sounds like you are waiting around for her, which is the wrong way to go. But she keeps insisting on a platonic friendship and she's getting devastated over the fact that we're not talking anymore. I'm really confused by this situation. Why is she that desperate for a friendship? She's really heartbroken and I'm worried for her, but I'm also heartbroken and I can't heal with her hanging around me as if we never had a thing. I want to understand where she's coming from and get your advice on what I should do. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to take this opportunity to explain why this is a big mistake and guys shouldn't do the friend zone thing and how he's doing things right in that whole 9 yards. This is very useful for you. A lot of lessons in these stories, guys, and this is a very good one. All right, so number one, a guy, you have a girlfriend. You've been together, you got a romantic relationship. A guy should never, ever accept being her buddy just then and there. Because number one, you're never going to get her back that way. A guy will, because he's heartbroken, he's desperate to get her back most of the time, so he'll accept being her friend with the idea, okay, I'll be her buddy, I'll be that great friend, and she'll see how wonderful I am, and she'll come running back to me one day, just like the movies. Well, it doesn't work that way, because you see, number one, even though she wants to keep you around for selfish reasons, that way she can have her cake and eat it too, go date and hook up with other guys or find someone better than you, but you're backup for her. She's not going to respect you by hanging around pretending to be her friend, because deep down she knows you're pretending to be her friend when you want something else. A woman isn't going to respect a guy that doesn't go for what he wants and takes a shitty deal. And it is a shitty deal for the guy. She's not going to respect you for that. And remember, women cannot be attracted to and love a guy or be in love with a guy they don't respect. Doesn't work that way. So by a guy accepting the friend zone and doing that, she gets to have, like I said, the cake and eat it too. She can go look for your replacement, and she can have you there at her beck and call whenever you want, because that's what guys usually do. They break up. I'm going to be the best friend she ever had. She texts them. Boom. They respond. She wants to meet and hang out for a drink. Boom. They respond. They go meet her for the drink and usually pay for it and listen to all her freaking problems in hopes to get her back. Meanwhile, she's moving on. So you can't do that because she ain't going to respect you. And you, as a man, have to be a guy that you yourself can respect. Also, if you stay friends, and how are you supposed to get over her if you're seeing her all the time and hanging out with buddies? Think about that, right? There's no freaking way. And the longer you're with a girl, the longer it takes you to get over her. That's just how things usually are. By you, as a man, saying, no, not going to be friends with you. The only thing I'm interested in is a romantic relationship. And if you're not going to try to work on whatever the problem is, I'm moving on. That's the only way to go. Because that shows that you instantly have some self-respect. And even though she may not like that, will be crying about it like in this story here, she'll at least respect you for standing your ground, acting like a freaking man, not taking a shitty deal. Okay? You have to do that because, again, you're never going to get over her by just being at her beck and call to hang around. And understand this, guys. Women break up with guys for usually one of two big reasons. Either one, they are, as very typical today, looking for a better option. They're monkey branching, if you will, thinking that, hey, you know what? I'm worth so much. Therefore, I want to find the best guy I can get. And this guy I'm with who, yeah, we have fun together and all that. But you know what? I think I deserve a guy that makes more money, higher status, going somewhere in life, and I'm young enough and hot enough that I think I can get that guy. So she's monkey branching, but keeping you around in layaway just in case it doesn't work out. Or / she just wants to ride the carousel. Or she does it because she's been turned off by the guy because he's acting weak. The man that she was with who initially she was attracted to, initially she liked, she lost attraction to him because in her female view, he is behaving in a way that is weak and she's lost respect for him and has turned her off, and now she's breaking up with him to find a guy who actually acts like a freaking man. Choosing one of those two reasons. But if you stick around and be her friend, she's not going to respect you. What a guy should do is simply, like I said before, I say, all right, if you're not willing to work on this, then I'm done. I'm walking away. Do not call me. Do not text me, anything like that. I got to move on. And if you, and in the short term, because some guys do want to take a girl back, I'm against that, but some guys do it anyway, say pretty much, I'm moving on with my life. I respect you. Please respect my wishes and don't contact me, okay? I'm not going to be your guy that you can have your cake and eat it too. And if you want to work on this, contact me and maybe we can talk. Maybe we can talk. And at that point then, you're done. You don't reach out to her ever. I don't care what the fuck it is. I don't care if it's her birthday or it's Christmas or anything like that. She's dead to you and you got to move on. And you work on yourself, you heal, because this is for your relationship, guys. And then eventually when you're ready, start dating, hooking up with other girls. And I guarantee you, it's going to get back to her. And it's going to make her freaking crazy because most guys will accept the friend zone in hopes they can get her back. And then by you not going along with her plan and her selfish idea of how things should be, it'll blindside her. She won't expect it, especially if her perception of you is she thinks you're weak because you're actually showing you have a backbone, which will make her respect you. And you move on because success is the best revenge, and better yet, start dating and hooking up with women that are better looking than her and younger than her. Oh, that's going to get her attention real quick, and she'll want you back. Not always, but a lot of times. But as you do notice, guys, from either your own life experience as well as probably a lot of the stories I go over, they always come back. It might be a month later, it might be 10 years later, they always come back. But you have to question the motives there, you know. Were they riding the carousel, the bad boys, and the guys they really wanted didn't want them, so now they're back? That's usually the case. In my opinion, once a girl breaks up with you for whatever reason, I'm not in love with you anymore, I'm not attracted to you anymore, any of that stuff, in my opinion, that's it, it's over with. I wouldn't even bother giving her a second chance if she came back down the road. But that's just me and my life experience. But other guys, they're going to do it. So the only way you're going to get her back is to act like a freaking man and cut off all ties. And believe me, this this girl in this situation, and any girl usually that wants to keep you in the friend zone on layaway, just in case things don't work out with the guy she really wants, they're going to try every trick known to man to try to get you to change your mind. And if you give in, if you cave, they're going to lose respect for you. So you have to walk away completely. And if they don't respect that, you got to block them on your phone, social media, all that. And if it gets really ugly, well, you know how to handle that. And that's what what a guy should do. And clearly that's what this guy's been doing. The problem is here, he's saying, I noticed here, what do you say here? I'd love to pick up our relationship again whenever you're ready. Well, that sounds to me like, yeah, he's not talking to her, being friends with her, but he's sitting around waiting for her, which is no guy should do. Think about this. Would any woman respect a guy that's sitting around waiting by the phone for him to call and start up again? No. Hell no. No self-respecting guy would do that. What you need to do, like I said, is go through the emotional process of getting over being dumped, which sucks. No guy wants to go through with that. Work on yourself. When you're ready to start dating and hooking up and all that, if that's what you do, dating, relationship guy. And that's that. And she'll learn a lesson. But almost always, they come back, like I said. But never, ever, ever, ever accept the friend zone. It is the worst case to be, because you're going to be tearing apart inside. Think about it. You're in love with a chick, she breaks up with you, and then you're hanging out, and meanwhile you know darn well she's hooking up with other dudes, or she found a new boyfriend, and then you even if she doesn't talk about it with you, you know what's going on, tear you apart inside. Why deal with that kind of torture? But of course in the movies, they make it out to be like, well, if you're her good friend, eventually she'll come to her senses and take you back. Why would you want somebody that kicked you to the curb, threw you away like a piece of shit, all of a sudden it's like, well, now I'm ready for you again? Come on. But we're human. When we're emotional and heartbroken and desperate, we do dumbass things. And like I said, I did that thing before. One time in my life in particular. I did it twice in my life. When I was 16, and when I was 21. First time around, I accepted the friend zone. And I did anything I could to show I was the best friend she could get. And guess what? Did I get her back? No. Second time around when I was 21. This was a girl, we hadn't been together too long, except this time I learned. And I handled it in a way where I didn't do the friend. She tried to friend zone me, that's what I meant to say. And I wasn't interested. I'm not going to be her enemy, but we're not going to hang out or talk or any of that stuff. Fuck that. And it took a matter of about 3 weeks max before she was reaching out to me, and I miss you. I want a second chance. I was like, all right, because we hadn't been together that long. And then it was me who ended up breaking up with her down the road. How about that? So one time I really made that mistake, and I learned the hard way. So don't do that. Now, real quick, a few comments here to back up what I'm saying. One guy says here, you guys broke up. Simple as that. You're not required to be friends afterwards. You have your own emotional needs to think of. Yeah, you got to take care of yourself. Another guy says here, she's just being selfish and not understanding how much she hurt you. You're better off sending her a goodbye message and telling her you need to block her. If it comes to that, yes. Another guy says here, she's looking for plan B, so keeping OP in her orbit. Yes, this guy's been put on layaway in backup, just in case things don't work out with a guy or guy she really wants. Okay? Selfish. She's not thinking about his feelings. She's thinking about herself. Another guy says here, you are her emotional safety net. When she finds someone else, you'll be placed aside. I think you did the right thing. It hurts, but to be strung along will hurt even more. Yes. It's like the Band-Aid. Rip that Band-Aid off fast and deal with the quick, sharp pain and move on. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit about him. It's all about her. Another guy says, even if she might not realize it, it is selfish what she's doing. She wants you around to still do the things that she loved without any kind of commitment. You don't owe friendship to anybody really, especially when you know what's best for your mental health. You got this. You know what you got to do. Yes. And what I always tell you guys, you have to take care of you first. Okay? Nice guys put the girl first and her feelings and all that because he thinks that's how it should be or how guys are supposed to treat women. Do you think she's putting his needs first? Do you think any gals these days really put the guys' needs first? Oh, hell no. The only guys that women put their needs first are usually the bad boys that are trying to fight for their attention and validation. But your typical nice guy who a girl oftentimes will settle with, they're not putting that guy's needs first. They're putting their needs first. You guys got to put your needs first. You need to stop putting her on the pedestal. And one more he says here, she's going to use you as your emotional support, and then when she meets another dude, she will ignore you. You You need to tell her clearly you cannot be friends with her because you still love her. You need time away from her with no contact. There's no guarantee you'll ever be able to be her friend either. If she refuses to accept this, cut her off. It's hard, I know, because you still love her, but in the long run, it's better for you. Exactly. What's great is that everybody in that comment section I read, and I wrote a lot, all said the same thing. So there are times when Reddit community is very good about their comments. Other times they're freaking wackos. So there you go. So guys, this is a great story, great example of how to handle a situation. He not taking the friend zone. He's still obviously very hung up on her, but he's not caving to that. And I hope he doesn't. And that's good. That's what you guys, you can't make that mistake of just trying to be friends, because she knows you're full of crap. She knows you want her. She knows that you have her your beck and call, and she will not respect you for it. So as the holidays are now upon us, a lot of times couples actually break up, even though you got couples that break up a lot during the holidays, and you have relationships that are rushed, the snowballing thing, which I did a video on yesterday about gals looking for a new guy to have during the holidays, and the romance, just like the stupid Hallmark movies. So there could be a lot of breakups on the horizon. It could be you, it could be somebody you know, but they do happen during the holidays. So just watch out. But do not accept the friend zone. It is a recipe for disaster. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below and what you think about this. Let me know your experience with that. If you guys are honest, did you accept the friend zone when you were younger? How'd that work out? I'm sure not very well. Or times when you didn't accept the friend zone and she came running back after you. I'd like to hear it in the comments section. This is an important topic, a topic that a lot of guys do the wrong thing on, so that's why I'm doing this video. And by you sharing your experiences in this, you guys all over the freaking world will help some guys out, and they will see, because some guy will be broken up with by his girl, and he'll be searching on Google or YouTube for answers. He might find this video and watch this and be like, okay, now I get it. And he'll read your comments, and your comments will help him out, because I can't think of everything, and to hear more dudes saying the same thing really does help out. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.